Hello everyone, I'm Nukon, and I've got a lot of positive feedback from my last tutorial. It was mostly about tricks though, and there was not a lot of explanation about how to do the slides themselves. So I wanted to make a tutorial to make this clear. The topics I want to cover is: what is a slide? What is it even? How do slides work? Another important one. What do gears do? When do you have to think about upper gear or lower gear and stuff like that? And how to prevent slide outs in general. Before we start the tutorial, I wanted to make a note about the directional speed style. If you use the directional speed style in your dashboard plugin, you can see the angle and degrees, as well as your speed. With that out of the way, let's start the tutorial. So, what is an ice slide? An ice slide is a way to accelerate on ice. It abuses a mechanic of ice where grip and acceleration is made sideways. When you get your car sideways and you steer in the opposite direction, your car will go the direction your car is turned in. While you are turning, you can press brake to sharpen your turn. Alternatively, you can widen your turn by keeping a low angle or releasing. When your car is in an ice slide, it tends to want to get out of that slide. To keep the slide, you have to keep tapping brake every so often to keep the angle. So, how do slides work? When your slide is more than 90 degrees, you have a chance that you slide out, but you can make very sharp turns. Tread carefully in these degrees. If you're sliding between 60 and 90 degrees, you can significantly speed up. You can also gear to your speed, so gear up, and you're immune from slide outs. Sliding under 60 degrees, however, will slow you down and is not very productive. Unless you get to very low ranges, where you can ice wiggle. What do gears do? Just like with other surfaces, having a higher gear equals more speed. Having a higher gear also allows you to slide out less, because you have a lower RPM at the speed you're going. Important to know is the concept of having the upper gear or the lower gear. Some turns can be taken without release if the upper gear is achieved. If you, for example, get to 4th gear in this turn, you can full send it without any problems. Other times you have to take the turns with releases. For example, having 3rd gear here means you have to release in your slide to make it without sliding out. So in short, having the upper gear allows you to full send turns that the lower gear can't. So, why do you slide out and how to prevent it? Sliding out is usually the result of gearing up or down. The most usual way is gearing up due to sliding too sharp. When you have a lot of speed for your gear and you suddenly turn sharply, RPM shoots up, you will gear up and lose grip over the ice. This effect can be especially notorious on hills, where it's very easy to gear up while keeping a normal slide. It is, however, also possible to gear down due to having a too low speed, and therefore gearing down. But how to prevent slide outs? The safest way is to go slower, because usually the problem is that you have too much speed for your gear, so you slide out. Slowing down will prevent you from sliding out. Alternatively, you can use small releases to sharpen your angle with less speed and therefore not really throwing away a lot of time. You also want to make sure you steer as soon as possible so you don't have to do a very sharp turn within that turn. And I think that's all I have for you today actually. I want to give thanks to OpenPlanet for allowing me to adding a new feature that makes understanding ice easier. Also the Evil Ice server, which is a very good way to start learning ice. A special thanks to the ice community for helping me with tips and tricks. And I also want to thank you for watching. I hope to have built a foundation for more advanced tutorials. I'd really love to go specific on certain subjects, but for now, I hope I gave you the tools to slide better on ice, and do I see you on the ice?